So shout out to this podcast. I've been watching them for a little bit, not that long, but a few months. And I saw the title, and it's something I've been saying for a minute. And I thought, you know what, let me just watch it and see what they're saying and maybe react to it. But the title is basically, this is from the Potty Mouth podcast, and the title is Kendrick Lamar fans make it hard to like Kendrick. And that's something I've been saying since the beginning of this whole thing. So let's see what they got to say.
Have been conflated with me because the more I listen to this album, I'm like, I like it. Like, there's songs I love on it, like Luther and Dodger Blue are records I love.
Yeah.
And it really I bliss to them a lot. But at the same time, I have an issue with liking it, and it's not because of the music; it's because it's his fans. Because at the same time, where I'm enjoying the album, I got a clip that's going viral on Twitter, like 100,000 views, and Kendrick fans are calling me all kinds of names. Yep. It's like I like the album though.
What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck else do you want?
So basically, what I've noticed too is the biggest issue with the Kendrick fan base is objectivity. So you see him here basically saying, because he does a podcast, so he kind of has to be, he's a little bit more neutral than, I feel like he's a Drake fan, but he's a little bit more neutral than most fans would be. But he's saying, like, yeah, he actually listened to the album and liked a couple of the songs, but because of maybe something he's tweeted, he's not allowed to be objective and say, but I like this about Drake. It's like, all right, you either like everything about Kendrick or like nothing at all. And that's how I feel like it's been.
Like that, and I realize now, my beef is not with Kendrick Lamar no more. My beef is with his fans, and I feel like I've been saying this forever, but I want to. I want to reiterate.
This is the prime example because now Kendrick gave an album that is.
I like it,
and you can't even complain. Kendrick did his job as an artist.
Like I like the album. I like it. If for some reason I feel icky liking it.
Same way a lot of other people feel. You got a lot of people that are in the middle that feel the same exact way. It's like you don't feel like you want to like the album because of the narrative that's online and how people are acting online. That's on that side.
You know what it feels like to me? Kendrick Lamar fans are like Rick and Morty fans. I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it again. They're just like Rick and Morty fans. Early on inside Rick and Morty's lifeline, Rick and Morty fans used to do this thing. You gotta have a certain IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
Well, I wouldn't even say that.
No, let me keep going. You gotta be smart on it because it's concepts. It's science concepts. You gotta get science, even though it's made up science sometimes. It's concepts. You gotta understand it. That's how y'all talk about.
That is how they come
off.
Lamar
music, and I'm like, what if I just like the pop? What's wrong with that? Same thing Rick and Morty, like people who like Rick and Morty but felt ashamed about it was like, what if I just like the show because it's funny?
Well, I was gonna say, like, when Rick and Morty first started, it was this like thing that like people just enjoyed, kind of just like, yo, this is a good show. And then those fans came in and like with the Szechuan sauce and McDonald's, like that was like the peak of like, oh, Pickle Rick. Like it just became a point where the fans did get like infuriating. And I wonder when that happened for Kendrick, by the way. When do you think Kendrick got like these fans?
I just feel like you guys are like, you guys drive away more fans than you bring in. Like the way you guys act towards people who are just like, you know, trying to get into or not the biggest fan of him is like you push people away. I think the biggest problem I have with Kendrick Lamar stands is that y'all talk about, and fans too, y'all talk about him like he's God. Y'all talk.
Really? Man, I'm telling you, they talk about this thing of like nothing he does can be perceived as wrong. Like everything he does is right. And it's like he has no traits or any characteristics that anybody would consider, you know, to be negative in any way. Everything he does is just like the best.
Talk about him like he's infallible. Y'all talk about him like he can do no wrong. And any critique of him is a critique of you.
Yeah.
Of you personally and your morals. Well, just because like, hey, I don't, like for example, when we did the stream, the first hour we like, it dragged on a little bit too long. We like it, just dragged on too long. It's a 5-minute record. Niggas nah, bro, you ain't giving it a chance. I can't have an opinion. I can't have a different opinion than you. I can't
Yeah,
think a
don't want
song
you
is
to.
too long without you calling into question my education, without you calling into question my intelligence. Since when does the type of media that you consume dictate how smart you are? Like that's how it feels when you guys talk about these things.
Well, that's the elitist.
It's elitist bullshit I'm talking about.
That's exactly.
Very, 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 very elitist. It's like the fans just it make it seem like, all right, if you don't like Kendrick, then it's like, all right, you weren't meant to like him. You can't understand what he said. It's like, and for me, before this whole thing started, I've said it several times. Like my favorite song from Kendrick was Duckworth off of Damn, like the last song on the album. And I know that song, word for word pretty much. And it's like, now it's like I don't even feel right listening to the song because people are, just making this shit seem like you can't like Drake and listen to Kendrick at all. Like the two can't coexist. It's like if you have Drake on your playlist, like you shouldn't have any TDE or any West Coast related artists on your playlist. And it's
we said that the intro felt a little bit too long, and it was too long. It was 5 minutes of a very monotone beat, him doing the same exact flow. That shit get old quickly. That shit not gonna age well. Most of us won't go back to it. That's a fact. That's how music works. If it's gonna be 5 minutes, songs gotta build and crescendo, and songs gotta have peaks and valleys. It was the same shit for 5 minutes straight, like a radio freestyle. But believe in
Well, I mean, it pretty much was.
but at least in radio freestyles, they're like fun punchlines and bars and like there's a radio DJ going whoa, hyping it up.
Right.
But there was none of that. It was just Kendrick trauma dumping on us because Wayne didn't say congratulations. Like it was like, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, this is amazing. Why? Because Kendrick Lamar made it? No, I think it's a good record, but I have critiques of it, and there's nothing wrong with having critiques.
you can't critique anything when it comes to Kendrick fans at this point. Maybe a few years ago, sure, but at this point right now, you can't critique anything that he says. If he, like him, especially in the Whacked Out Mural song, him going at Snoop and saying, oh, it must have been the edibles. Bro, that's low-key the most disrespectful shit that you could ever say about someone that you used to look up to. And it's like, even seeing Snoop kind of react to it in like in a joking way and backing off. It's like, my nigga, these are OGs in the game and you want them to choose sides when they've had relationships with both of you guys for years. Like this nigga, Snoop has basically said, you're carrying the torch now. And just because he posted the tailor-made freestyle, I don't even think he really posted it. I think he just reacted to it. And you're saying, oh, it must have been the edibles? Like, you calling this nigga a crackhead, basically.
But the issue is that you Kendrick Lamar fans don't believe in stands. Magic Kendrick Lamar stands don't believe in critiquing him as an artist. And that's a problem. You believe that he's perfect, and nobody's perfect.
Well, Kendrick does have a guide to how to be like Kendrick Lamar for dummies. So I mean,
Like, and
they're
listen,
not doing that for any. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not perfect, then why he got a guy to be like him?
listen, man. I salute. Listen, I like that album a lot.
You know what's crazy?
Well, let me keep going.
Oh,
I like that album a lot. I truly do, but I'm never gonna say it out loud.
I
Never
wouldn't
gonna
even
say
say
that
it in
out loud.
quiet. I honestly didn't even make it through the whole album. Like, I tried to listen to it. It's just like, my disdain for his fans is like, I couldn't sit through it.
This
And it wasn't my cup
last
of tea,
thing hear
too.
me say it out loud, because I think that liking Kendrick Lamar music makes you sweaty, it makes you weird, and makes you corny. Cause that's how I feel about you lot. Like all you niggas who be my comments dick sucking about liking Kendrick Lamar, I think all of you niggas ain't had sex in 6 months. If you question how much I had sex cause I'm fat, you must not know, cause I gets to it. And this isn't, and this, you know what I mean? Ask about me, dog. Real shit though. You know what I mean? Real shit though. You know what I mean? I gotta get serious with these niggas though. Cause I know y'all get, oh, you fat, you know what I mean? Yeah, and your bitch, guess what? She put her fucking stomach right on my belly while she sucking dick. Pussy, you know what I mean? Get with it, you know what I mean? Get with it, get left, you know what I mean? But as I'm saying though, I feel like a lot of times, whenever I see you niggas always come off as corny.
Yeah.
And I don't
Super
want to be
corny.
lumped in with y'all. And that's a bad thing. Like, truly speaking, now I want to give constructive criticism to the Kendrick Lamar communities and fans, the kinfolk, the K-Dot fans. Stop being so aggressive. Stop that. You're scaring away people.
You're scaring
I promise
the
you are. I promise you are. I know that Kendrick Lamar has made hating cool. I know he has. I know for some reason hating is like dope now. That's just like gangster. None of my OGs was haters. None of my OGs was like, oh yeah, I'm the biggest hater. And that was cool.
Which is wild. Like somebody could just openly say that and just, yeah, nah, like this is the vibe. This is what we going with. Like, nigga, if you used to call somebody a hater back in the day, that shit was a term of like disrespect. Like, nigga, how you calling me a hater? But this nigga openly said that I'm the biggest hater, and niggas are like, yes, we love you. Like, bro.
But respect, he changed your minds on that, and that's thorough. But you can't just have that energy towards people. You attract more honeys, you attract more bees with honey than vinegar. You niggas is real vinegar-like. Put a sour taste in my mouth. Like, it's okay for me to be like, Mr. Morale was inaccessible album that took a lot for me to listen to. It felt like homework. And be like, this one is very good, and I think it's better than that. I think it's better because I can listen to it more easily without you calling to question my intelligence. Now I don't want to listen to none of his music because now when I think of Kendrick Lamar music, I think of you calling me dumb.
Yeah, it becomes like, all right, if it's fuck me, then fuck you, nigga. Like, that's basically what it becomes. Like, shout out to them for this, for dropping this clip. You guys go subscribe to them if you haven't before. But yeah, basically it's like, they have made it so difficult to even like this guy, even a bit. Like, for you to even just keep in music, it's hard now because you have somebody on Twitter calling you an idiot because you liked the tweet or reposted a tweet or said something that is sorry, something that makes, you know, Drake or another artist seems positive in a sense. So I don't know, man. This is the big reason why, yeah, the Kendrick fans is just, it's difficult. For me personally, I don't know if I'll ever really sit through like another Kendrick album after this. And it's crazy to say it because at the end of the day, it's just music, but it's just like the people have made it like this, and sometimes you just gotta stick with it. So it is what it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. If you guys haven't seen this video, I'll post a link in the description. Go subscribe to them. It's a good podcast. Yeah, show them some love.